Barbecue, family, maybe a few drinks. A lot of people are looking forward to that for Memorial Day weekend. But there is a reason for the season, and for that we're going to talk to Mark Sundlov. He is Director of Soldiers Memorial Military Museum. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
So I feel like sometimes people get so wrapped up in the celebrations that they forget about the observation. Tell us about Memorial Day.
They do. So Memorial Day really has its roots going all the way back. You know, it's been long-standing human need and tradition to recognize those we've lost. But really at the end of the Civil War, enslaved persons down in Charleston are cited for really one of the first Memorial Day, what we now know as Memorial Day, then called Decoration Day, but decorating the graves of the soldiers who had fought for the freedom and to save the Union. And then that tradition continued through World War I and into today. And it wasn't until 1971 when Memorial Day actually became a federal holiday. But you know, there's 3 days that are really connected with the military in a number of different ways. One is Veterans Day, and that's the day to just thank and recognize veterans, all of those who have served. There's Armed Forces Day, which we just passed not too recently. And that's a day to recognize active military, those who are currently serving. But the Memorial Day is unique in that it recognizes those who gave their lives in service. And so it's amongst all the barbecues and picnics and the fun, which is all great. You know, I think it's just important that we all just pause, breathe, and remember and be thankful for those who have made ultimate sacrifices for us.
Well, Monday, when a lot of offices are going to be closed, you all are going to be open. Tell us about the ceremonies.
We will be open. The museum's open all day, starting at 10 a.m., but then at 11 a.m., we begin a ceremony followed by a concert. And the ceremony will be laying wreaths at each of the 5 memorials at Soldiers Memorial. And then this year, we'll be reading the names of all of those St. Louisans who lost their lives in the Korean War. There's 158 St. Louisans who are recognized and memorialized in the Court of Honor at Soldiers Memorial. The mayor will be there to give remarks, so we're grateful for that. And then a number of aspects along with the ceremony, including we're providing carnations for those who want to lay those at the memorials. The wreath laying, like I said, we'll have a memorial board for those who want to leave a message, maybe a personal message for family or friends that they've lost in service. That opportunity will be there. Our docents will be giving guided tours at specific times throughout the day. So there's a lot happening, a lot of ways to remember. Then following that ceremony, I'm really happy to have Midwest Winds, which was it's a wind ensemble band of the U.S. Air Force's Band of Mid-America out of Scott Air Force Base. So after the ceremony, right around noon, they'll be rolling directly into a concert that will last about an hour.
Okay, and thank you for bringing them up because they're actually going to perform live here tomorrow on the 9 a.m. show. So we'll make sure to mention them tomorrow as well. During the pandemic, when a lot of museums were closed, you all had a very robust online education. And also we learned about all kinds of local veterans, Hispanic local veterans, women. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so we started that, you know, we recognized that we couldn't all be together in the ways that we had. So we wanted to do something. So our volunteers started selecting specific individuals who are memorialized in the Court of Honor. And when you visit there, you know, it's only a name, right, engraved, but we know that all of these individuals have really interesting and personal stories. So they started doing historical research to learn their stories. And then we, working with our production team and our marketing team, developed videos for each one of those individuals, just a few each year. And this year we're continuing that with Press Tyler Jr. That video will come out on Memorial Day. This is a individual who served actually over in Korea and along what we know as the demilitarized zone, and was killed there in 1967 while on patrol. So we're sharing his story and others as well. But that online platform has really been something that we needed during the pandemic and during that real height of COVID. But we're carrying those things that we learned about how to better utilize that technology and to reach more people and to share more stories.
And what has been the reaction to that so far? Do you feel like you've reached more people?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just a great way. You know, not everybody can visit for whatever reason. So to be able to share stories like that people can access at home on their internet or their laptop or whatever has just been a great tool. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we have Memorial Day. That will be on Monday, May 30th. The ceremonies will start at 11, but the museum is open all day from 10 a.m. until 5. That will be at the Soldiers Memorial Military Museum at 1315 Chestnut Street. We will have links at fox2now.com. Mark Sundlov, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate this.